Already read that one. The New World Order Cabal defined. These are those whom deal and trade in the souls of men, including their own souls, for temporal, pseudo-profit. A great America is a content, secure, peaceful, prosperous, and absolutely free nation, including freedom from the scourges which currently emanate from the money masters of misery. Cost of living inflation defined. Number 1, fraud on a grand scale. Number 2, surreptitious yet overt method of stealing the wealth from the people of the nation. Number 3, price fixing, market manipulation, collusion by select special interest groups to pilfer profits at the expense of others. When I think about the real-life metaphorical monsters humanity is facing, in all honesty, it scares the crap out of me. Yeah, I mean, these people are big bad, man. The murder, genocide, they don't give a crap if 99.9999% of humanity is dead. As long as they get to keep their position, their place, their power, their profits, their money, they don't give a crap. That's who's running the world. If that's not the spirit of Satan, I don't know what is. But that who is creating the policies that are shoved down all of our throats, okay, that we're all living under. They create the laws and crap. All these politicians sicken the crap out of me. They all need to be put in their place, and the vast majority of them are going to hell. I'm not saying there's not a few good ones, a handful, okay, but most of them are the same ones that want to put sanctions on Russia. These are the same ones that voted for the banking takeover of '08, validating the policies that Bill Clinton put in place, with his allowing the Glass-Steagall Act to expire. They're dumping all this money on the housing market, dramatically inflating our cost for housing. And then the mainstream media out there telling people how wonderful it is. Oh, housing prices are on the rise. Isn't that great? Your investment's worth more. You can take out equity. All this crap. Man, they make me sick to my stomach. I just want to vomit so much. But the ones that make me the sickest are those that are deliberately deceivers, that know right from wrong, that know better, and are still spewing this crap out, man. These people, they're going to the darkest recesses of hell. They're going to Dante's Inferno, man. Ninth circle of hell, man. That's where these people are going. That's where they belong. How we've been collectively cucked as a species. Let me count the ways. Paying taxes for things we don't approve of. Social, political, economic regression. We've been surreptitiously sold the illogical notion that regress is progress. Putting on stupid uniforms and complying to stupid dress codes, like at these fast food places like McDonald's or Burger King or something. We've been cucked up one side and down in the other. Men who would dance around naked for a buck, huh? Chippendale's dancers, right? You think those guys aren't cucked? Man, we've fallen pretty far, everybody. I'm telling you, we're in a deep stew of barf, man. Evil has taken over the land. But you know, not for long. The good guy's gonna kick some butt, man. We've been cucked up one side, down the other, and round and to the nth degree. Marching off to wars we don't believe in. One more way we've been cucked. And the last one here is we've been prescribing to a force-fed philosophy of ignorance is bliss. Trained to believe. Burying our heads in the sand and complying is pragmatic, is practical. Have you ever considered the power of your opinion? For example, openly voicing your opinion may be either the straw that leads to war or to peace on earth. You know, the straw that broke the camel's back that could tip the scale one way or the other. It might be your opinion. It might be my opinion voiced that changes things, that tilts history. Do you understand the power of the individual here? That's the truth. That's the truth that we've all got to just embrace that, understanding that God has endowed us with great power as individuals. In the image and likeness of God, each one of us, we could be the straw that tilts the scale in favor of either war or peace. Consider the implications. Consider the big shoes that we have to fill. The fact that we've been created just a little lower than the angels. We have a great responsibility, a great obligation, a great duty to our fellow human beings. Special interest groups defined and expanded. I didn't get into that too much yet, but certainly employers and business interests are special interest groups, because anybody that could put two and two together can understand, well, low wages are good for employers and high wages are good for the employees, right? Okay? Not to get into the whole paradox and how really you could have lowering wages if you had sound currency, okay? Because your worth of your money is going to go up no matter what, okay? So putting that aside, what I'm talking about is the obvious, is that the employers and the employees may be both special interest groups and that have different interests. And let's just be honest about that, okay? We need to have these discussions. We need to have a discussion about why it's not okay that employees get a commensurate pay adjustment every time their cost of living inflates. I mean, to me, you're evil if you don't agree with that. You're saying that it's okay to keep giving pay decreases. Okay, that's what you're saying. You're saying, no, they don't need to get their pay adjusted just because their cost of living went up and they're going to have to go get social welfare now. They can't afford to pay their bills. And then you say that they're bad for being on welfare and the government needs to take the welfare away when the government's the one that created the need for the welfare. The government, however we define that, okay, very ambivalent term, very ambiguous, very nebulous, very subjective. Who is the government? They've been colluding with the money printing class, the money masters of misery, okay? They're the ones that are causing the problems. They want poverty. That's how they enslave people. All they need is a critical mass of well-heeled people so that they keep continuing to get their way, because they've got all these people that aren't willing to rock the boat. And the boat needs to be rocked. It needs to be turned over. We need a reset of economic reality. Any tax that affects not only the rich but also the poor is a tax on the poor. Okay? It's that simple. So when you put a tax on, for example, tobacco, you say, oh, well, it's only affecting those people. It's a luxury item. They can afford it. Okay. Well, at what point are people going to start growing their own tobacco? And screw you guys. Now you're using that money for what? Whatever you want. Okay. Where's the tax on high fructose corn syrup and aspartame? The real poisons. The fluoride. Where's the tax on the fluoride? Where's the tax on the GMO? Okay. Let's get off that junk. Let's have some ads on TV telling people what the real poisons are. And talk about the vaccine damage fund. Okay, the super fund you got out there. Talk about it. Let's talk about reality, okay? Let's get real. Let's get honest. And we don't have to be intellectual, just honest. The single most onerous tax is the euphemistically referred to tax commonly called the cost of living, rather. A tax which should be rightly referred to as a tax on our very existence. Ever notice how our precious government, quote, has plenty of money to pay for the things we the people don't even want, yet when it comes to simple things like filling potholes we the people very much want, the government is flat broke and needs more money through higher taxes to provide such extravagant desires as filling potholes. They puke. They make me want to vomit. All of them. They sicken me. Eventually, if humanity is going to succeed at creating a viable, livable civilization, we must once and for all ban any and all unnecessary, unnatural, manufactured, invented ambient stressors at the very pinnacle